Hello everybody, it is Miss Sin today. We are going to be doing another pick a card reading for 4 piles, as you can see here. The sign that we are going to be reading today will be for Sagittarius. Sagittarius who are born in under sun and moon signs, okay? So we have 4 piles for Sagittarius people to pick. Okay, these are 4 specific in-depth readings for the signs of Sagittarius born under sun and moon. And let's proceed. If you do enjoy what it is I'm doing and you wish to ask for a deeper personal reading, I'm available to be booked for personal readings, and you can find all my information down below in the profile. And if any of the readings had resonated with you, I would be more than happy to hear them and hear about them in the comment section below. Alright, let's proceed. Wait, I'm going to let you choose first. Give you a few minutes or seconds. And you can pause the video as well and reflect on the stones. Pile number 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's begin. So those of you who have selected pile number 1, this is your stone. Isn't it so pretty? Look at the details. It looks like jade almost, with the way the green is running through the veins of this milky stone. Right? This stone, I believe it represented health, physical health, and finding new ventures and ways for financial abundance. Alright, let's proceed. So, these are the 4 cards that I've drawn for Sagittarius for pile number 1. Let's take a look and have a moment to reflect on what messages it has for us. So I hear initially that for some of you, it is time to stop stagnating. It is time to get off your couch, and you know the truth of what it is you have to do. So it's not a matter of waiting for it to happen anymore. It's a matter of taking matters into your own hand and taking the initiative to work really hard to reap the rewards. Okay, so it's about going from a place of pause and reflection, and now that you know the truth, the moment you know the truth, it is up to you now to execute this idea, to work hard for it, to build what it is you need to build in order to reap the rewards. For some of you, it's also applying, instead of the work sector, it's more so about personal development. Like there has been something about yourself that you had wished to change, or you want to be a different person than how you perceive yourself now, or even you feel like you want to break out from how people view you. Like people must have been viewing you a certain way for the longest time, and you don't feel understood because of that. So you want to break out of that and express yourself more and reveal more about who it is you truly are. So you're going to cut away old stigmas and things that people don't know about you. You're going to clarify things that are truth about you, and you're going to continue to show and define who you really are. And so with that being said, you're going to work hard on developing your skills, working on your strengths, developing your strengths, sharpening your strengths. I could even picture you sharpening your sword here for some reason on a grinding stone, and working on like acknowledging parts of you that are like your flaws, but embracing them, and finding people who can accept that and who will surround themselves around you for that. But at the same time, because you're more true to who you are, you will attract more people who can appreciate you. Okay, so what's the messages? New love. A new person has stirred romantic feelings. So tying that in with here, I definitely feel like developing who you are and finding the truth of who you are, and even like exhibiting that out to the general public, will help you and will push you towards finding people who would be of potential romantic interest. Like, you're gonna develop secret admirers, like secret admirers. I picture that here. And people confessing to you. You have opportunities because you are standing clear in who it is, who you are, and what it is you represent and what you believe. And for work, when it says new love, I also interpret it as new work opportunities, like new revenues, new paths to take, and people who've seen you become so solidified and clear about who you are and what you're about, and what kind of vision you have for your, you know, your passion and things that you want to build, will attract interest from people who want to be on board and part of that and help you along with your vision. Okay, so let's pull this one out. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. So I think this also embraces with this, okay? Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. So when you find yourself and what it is you represent, you also are able to share that love to people who enter your life. You will know where to invest your time and energy to develop that bond. Look at all these animals embracing you. People, it's almost like you found your community, if that makes any sense, which is a great thing. Here, let me go up close. Look at that. Everyone having a good time. There's squirrels. Everyone's just having a nice day, you know? They're having a good time. And I sense that that will happen when you find yourself. See all these people surrounding themselves with you. More people surrounding themselves with you. Once you find yourself, you will have people who want to help you. See, look at them, assisting and helping. But at the same time, if you're working on self-development, people also will come and be attracted to you too. And when that time comes, it's for you to demonstrate your appreciation of them. So that is a reminder here that whether it be for love or career, when you do get the support you've been looking for, it is important to not forget to show appreciation for them, to return that love back, okay? Alright, so that is your reading for those of you that have selected pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and if you enjoyed it and wanted to have a deeper look, feel free to contact me. All the information is down below for a personal reading, and if it resonated with you, I would love to hear in the comments below. I'll talk to you soon. Alright, so for those of you who chose pile number 2, this is the stone. It's a black and white, black and white stone. It reminds me of marble, of milk and black sesame pudding. It reminds me of the yin and yang. It reminds me of balance. White and black also represents for grounding negative energies, and white is shedding perspective on a circumstance. Beautiful, right? All right. So for those of you who've chosen pile number 2, this is your message. Let me take a little minute to reflect. Alright, so immediately get a message that there's someone in your life that you're not getting along well with, and you both are trying really hard to be on the same page and to communicate. It's almost like you guys are both triggering each other. See, like don't do that, and you're like, why not? It's nothing wrong with it. Like, why can't I do it? And then you get frustrated and you step aside and you think. Then you're like, oh my god, like why can't I do it? I mean, maybe it wasn't right, or maybe I could have done it another way, but that's what I wanted. But like in the end, you remember that you want stability and you want that peace with this person. So you take time to reflect within yourself and ask yourself, you know, like the motives of where you're coming from and what's driving you with this. Perhaps there's a part of you that knows that you guys are not the most compatible of, you know, personalities, but you love this person very deeply. Look, that same person with curly hair is also down on the pictures below. Look at this. Hold on. I'm trying to show it to you. Look at this. You see that? This person is also here. And you're like thinking about them a lot. I also sense for some of you, you're thinking of how you can find a solution on how you can resolve these differences, put them aside, and to have a more peaceful connection with them as well. For others of you who chose pile number 2, I sense that you guys are thinking about the conflict you have within yourself, parts that you want and enjoy about yourself and other parts that you reject very badly, and you feel really embarrassed that you do what you do, and you think about the type of person you wish to become instead of who you are and who you truly are, and to find stability and balance. So you also have to go within and reflect on what it is you need to do to be able to accept and embrace yourself fully. Okay, so let's see the message. I want to read this one first. Oh, actually, this one, for those of you who chose pile number 2, ended up getting 2 cards, so let's read it. First one says, slow down. When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. Well, that ties right in with this card here. Being frustrated with yourself and not giving yourself the time and space to understand that you're human and you have emotions to process. So you think about this relationship you want. So you think about the relationship you want, dreaming about it, think about how it can be, and you want it now. Can't see the other card. Look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. So I feel like these are 2 separate messages once again. This card here is a message for those who are looking for themselves. So once again, you're reflecting on yourself, just like how this person is as well. And you're trying to find yourself, and you don't feel confident enough to embrace all of who you are. You don't feel confident enough to not discriminate aspects of yourself that you feel is super cringy. You're like cringing in this card. Okay? So Spirit really asks for you to look to your inner strength, to see the good in the things that you find bad about yourself, and to embrace that. So maybe you perceive yourself as this really cool, calm, and collected, beautiful goddess, okay, or god. No gender specifications here. And you want to come across as icy, cool, edgy, very serious all the time, because maybe that's what your idea of acceptable for who you want to be is. But then there's another aspect of you that's very playful, very silly, likes to laugh and have fun, and you think it's so embarrassing when people see this side of you. But the truth is, we're multifaceted. We're not just one dimension, and we need to embrace that. Even for those people who seem to have just one one side and one persona, it's very hard, and there's a lot of suffering that goes inside them like this, to be able to maintain that one-dimensional personality, and that's not healthy. Okay, so for those of you who are talking about, wanting to build the connection, reestablish it in a way that will be long lasting, like this Four of Wands, which is the pillar of foundation and stability. You need to have patience. You have patience to be able to dissect the things that you do and don't wish to continue in forms of habits in the relationship. So like right now, like you're so in your own head about what can go wrong or what's bad, and you're so concerned about things that don't actually exist versus things that you really can do to take initiative to change and literally improve the life of yourself and the person you love. You can make small steps towards that. So don't be so hard on yourself and be in your head. Take some time to reflect and take some time to see how you can build towards this outcome instead. And it's slow and steady because your mind is literally like a maze. There's a lot of things you have to overcome and resolve and understand before you get to this point, and it takes time. Like healthy, stable relationships take time. It always does. With anything, not just relationship for love, even for friendship and connections with loved ones and family too. Everything takes time to understand each other, to overcome things together, and to grow. It has to flow organically. Okay, so that is your message for pile number 2, Sagittarius. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, drop a follow, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you want to share what did resonate with you. If you really enjoyed this reading and you want a deeper look into your personal perspective and your situation on your sign, then you can find me and my information down in the descriptions below, and you can book me for a private reading. Alright, see you in the next video. Alright, so we're going to move on to pile number 3 now. Those of you who've chosen pile number 3, this is your stone. Isn't it so pretty? Look at that. All the layers. It reminds me of milk. Tea with more milk being poured into it. Or like, you know, coffee with cream poured into it. I forgot the meaning of this stone when I bought it. But I do believe it ties in with personal empowerment and developing confidence in oneself. Alright. Let's proceed to the reading. So these are the cards that were drawn for pile number 3, Sagittarius. I apologize for the noises outside, actually. It's summertime, and so since it's like the weekend, everyone's coming outside and having fun, so alright, let's continue. Let me reflect on this. Some of you are feeling lonely. Like you feel like you wish to have physical companionship. You often think about it. And you think about what you can do to obtain that one-on-one connection. And to proceed that to making it a wish fulfilled. And to continue nourishing that. But right now you guys feel really alone. But the truth is you're not alone. Spirit wants you to know that they're always around you. Your spirit guides are always there. Your ancestors. They're always protecting you, watching you. They're always there when you need them. And perhaps the type of media you've been surrounding yourself with have not necessarily been the most positive and or uplifting type of media you could be reading and watching and listening to. it's a lot of like blue, cool tone shades here. So I feel like the messages and the information, the movies you've been watching is very solemn, very sad. It's almost like you're grieving. You're watching things to feel sad and lonely, but you can't attract this if you're in that mind state. You won't be able to, because this is a completely different vibe than this. You see the contrast? So what you should do is what Spirit suggests is manifest this by watching, listening to, reading things that remind you of this or give you this feeling. And then you'll get little baby steps and inklings and suggestions and invites to social events to eventually go and make connections that will last. Okay, so let's go and pick up cards. I'm going to pick up this one. Express love through gifts. So perhaps for some of you guys, you have not necessarily been the most giving. Like, you want to have a connection, but you're not willing to share, you know? Not willing to share and nurture people. You want love, but you're not willing to give love first. It's almost like you're waiting. You want them to give you first. But if you're already coming from that place of defense, like place of defense, that's not gonna match. It doesn't match this. But this matches this. Right? Giving a small token to someone expresses you love them. So even a tiny little gesture, it doesn't even have to be a materialistic item, you know? It could be like giving your time. It could be lending an ear. Or saying something to make them laugh, you know? That pearl doesn't necessarily represent something physical. It could represent like a symbolical emotional state. And if you can share your joy with other people, then they would appreciate that too. You would overall uplift the whole entire surrounding and the community that you're in. For some of you, I already feel that you have an existing community, but for whatever reason, you've been in your little hidey hole. Okay, I'm going to flip over this card. Wedding. This situation involves marriage. Okay, so for some of you, there's someone you wish to bring your relationship to the next level with. You often think about them, and you want to care for them and have good times with them. But you don't know how to begin. You don't know how to begin this connection. And the suggestion is express love through gifts. So maybe offering to going on a date with them, giving them a little present on their birthday, or like a single stemmed rose, you know, like an act of love to even begin this journey of a connection with one another. For some of you, you're planning a wedding and you've been really stressed out about it, but you want it to be perfect. But what you should keep in mind is that you have each other. You guys are going to grow together. That's the whole point of why you guys are getting married. It's not just for one day, it's for the rest of your life. And to like constantly reciprocate that love towards one another through acts of kindness or even other forms of love languages. Alright, this one was a pretty straightforward reading. I hope it brought you insight. If it resonated, please leave a message in a comment below. If you like, please subscribe and click the thumbs up for this video. If you enjoyed the reading and you want to look further into it and you felt like this resonated with you, I would love to hear in the comments down below, and you can always reach out to me. My information is in the profile, and you can contact me to book a personal reading. I'll see you guys next video. Alright, so for those of you who've chosen pile number 4, this is the crystal stone you've selected. I can't believe I'm actually picking up the rainbow spectrums in here. The rainbow fractals I couldn't capture before, no matter how hard I tried to take a picture of it. I'm glad you guys are able to see what I see. I also forgot the name of this stone. When I first bought it and held on to it, it gave me like a weird high. Like I was dizzy and I felt a little buzzed. Like I had like a few drinks. I was giddy and laughing and everything was very bright and fuzzy. This stone actually represents the third eye chakra. It represents spirituality and opening up our awareness and funneling in for more channeled information. So those of you who buy these crystals are drawn to and being called to ascend on your spiritual journey and to hone in on your gifts that universe has given to you. Beautiful, right? Alright, so let's proceed to the reading. Alright, so these are the cards that have been drawn up for you, Sagittarius, who picked pile number 4. Let me take a moment to reflect on what the message has for you. Alright, so immediately I get the message that some of you guys are waiting for a past lover to return. You're not sure exactly if you should take the choice to wait, but Spirit says time will change. There would be things that will really put you into a state of questioning, and there'd be many times you'd be tempted to veer off track for what you're looking for. So in that regard, they're saying like there might be like, you know, shiny objects that will pass by and they would seem like people that you want to connect with, but you must remember your purpose of why you're waiting for this person, if it's really worth it. Do you feel like this person's actually taking you away and stealing you from your time and energy from meeting possible people, other new people? Or can you choose to change your perspective on this person? Instead of seeing them like this, you see it as an opportunity to connect. See this person sitting on his shoulder? It's almost reminding me of this, like a possible connection. Do you see them as someone who's going to bring joy and happiness into your life, leading into this card, which literally does confirm that this person will come back. They will come back when they're ready. But you have to really think and decide whether or not this is something you want. Not because you're afraid of loss and you don't want to be alone and you're going to miss them, but whether or not this is really something you can foresee yourself going into the future in the long run. Is it going to help you, or is it going to be a detriment to you? Is it going to help you grow, or is it going to hold you back, keep you stagnant? But as time will go on and more contrast is being thrown your way, you will get the chance to really decide how you feel. So by the time that this person comes back, you can talk it out and see how you both want to proceed going forward from here on out. So you're not going to be without options, and neither will you be waiting in vain forever. This person will come back. But you must remember to live your life meanwhile you're waiting. Let's see the messages that we have for oracle cards. Love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving of all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. So I kind of feel like maybe you're holding yourself back from this relationship when it ended. Let's zone in on it. So you want to be free, you want to explore, you want to venture out. It's like you're that boat. but you keep thinking about like the stories in the past and land, and you want to take that with you, but you kind of hesitate to leave. So maybe there's a part of you that really wants to go and explore. And through that exploration, time will change and you will realize how you feel about this person from the past. That too can happen. So the suggestion I feel really strongly is not to just wait in vain. Like, live your life. And if people enter your life and it seems like a good opportunity to connect and grow, and that might be something worthwhile, to entertain that. And when this person does come back, if you're already in a relationship, then that must mean you're very happy in the relationship. Or you could decide if this person you're in a relationship with is someone you want to continue staying in a serious relationship with, or if you want to consider retrying this past again. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So it's pretty much about this, like, not to be in vain about it, not to feel sad, not to feel torn between two worlds, but rather take your time, keep calm, weigh out your options, go with the flow, and then seek out the contrast. So when this person comes back, you'll know what you want. But don't feel like you're without. Never feel like you're without, and never feel like you're waiting on this person because they're the only person that will ever want to be with you. Okay? There's going to be plenty of people that want to be with you. Alright. So that is the message for Sagittarius. I hope you enjoyed your reading. And if it resonated with you, please leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. And if you like what's going on here, please feel free to subscribe, give a thumbs up to the video. And if you want a personal reading with me, feel free to go look at my profile and all the information and book a private reading with me. And I look forward to talking to you soon. And have a great day, afternoon, and evening where you are. Okay, take care. Bye.